And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey, I'm Tom Vasel.
And I'm Melody.
And this is the 6th out of 6 reviews in which we're taking a look at some abstract strategy games from Maranda.
Quadify, Hexover, Tropics, Pasagon, Eternus, and Abacus.
Right, today we're talking about Quadify, which looks like and plays like a 3-dimensional Tetris type of game. Let's take a look. Quadify is very simple. Each player gets 8 pieces. You can see them. They're basically like 3-dimensional Tetris pieces, although some are only made up of 3 blocks, and then we have some that are made up of 5 blocks. And what you're going to do is you're going to be building upon this base here. One player will go first, and they're just simply going to stick something onto that base. What you're doing is you're building a 4x4x4 cube. So you can build any way you want as you're building the pieces, but you can't extend out of that cube. And so it makes a lot of sense to put the harder pieces on first, because the other player, you're trying to stop the other player and make it so they can't put their pieces on. So that's basically the game. Each player is going to take turns as they try to stick these pieces on, and eventually somebody's not going to be able to get a piece on. The blocks are very chunky and very nice, and I think at this point, no, look at yellow, slides his piece in, woohoo, and I cannot fit either of these pieces in, so I just lost to myself. And that's how the game plays, very quick, very fast. And when you put the pieces away, I thought it was nice that the box actually shows you how to put them all in there. It could be kind of a puzzle, I suppose, other than that, but it does make cleanup fast. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to quick tell you of the 6 different games in this series from Maranda. What number is this for us? And then we'll tell you whether we liked it or not. Melody, what number is this for you?
It's my 6th.
So that means you hate it?
No.
You like it?
Yes.
But just not as much as the other 5?
Yes.
All right. Well, what do you think about it?
I like the game, moving the pieces around and, well, not really moving them, but putting in the pieces, trying to make the square. It's kind of difficult for me to try to put in the pieces in the right spot and then having to learn that you should save the smaller pieces.
Right, right.
And it reminded me of another game which I played. Don't know what one it is, but it was fun.
All right. For me, this is my 5th out of the 6. So technically, this one gets the lowest ranking together because Melody gave it a 6 and I gave it a 5. Not that I don't dislike this experience. The blocks are huge and chunky. They're really cool blocks. Great quality, as with all the Maranda games. But for me, this one, there's a lot of other games where you're stacking 3-dimensional objects. We got games from Korea where we stack the 3-dimensional objects. There's like 3 of them from there. There's the 3-dimensional Blocus. There's several. There's probably at least 10 to 20 of those games out there. This one doesn't really stand out except in its simplicity. You can just quickly put together. I notice here the age in a box says 4 to 99. So you could just give the blocks to someone and say build a cube out of them, and that could be puzzle and that could be neat. And so the game might be enjoyable for you for that reason. I don't dislike it. I just didn't find it very innovative other than its simple charm and how beautiful it looks. So that is Quadify.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find the latest board game news at Dicetowernews.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Fun Again Games, the world's best game source. Fun Again Games has over 5,000 games available. Check them out at funagain.com.